Alright, let's dive into something that might just change how you think about staying active. Imagine this, just 4 minutes of intense movement a day could slash your risk of type 2 diabetes by a whopping 36%. Sounds too good to be true, right? But that's exactly what a recent study from the University of Sydney is suggesting. And honestly, what makes this really interesting is how it flips the script on traditional exercise advice. We've all heard the 30 minutes a day mantra, but this research is saying, hey, even tiny bursts of activity can make a massive difference. Here's the deal. The study, published in Diabetes Care, tracked over 22,000 adults who weren't into regular exercise. These folks weren't hitting the gym or running marathons, they were just living their lives. But here's the kicker, those who incorporated short, vigorous activities into their daily routines, think brisk stair climbing or a quick sprint to the bus, saw a significant drop in their diabetes risk. Personally, I think this is a game changer for people who feel overwhelmed by the idea of structured workouts. It's like, you don't need a gym membership, just move with purpose. Now, let's break this down. The participants wore accelerometers to track their activity, and the data showed that even 3.9 minutes of vigorous activity per day was enough to see benefits. What many people don't realize is that these micro moments of movement add up. It's not about marathon sessions, it's about consistency. And from my perspective, this is huge because it makes fitness feel more accessible. Not everyone has time for an hour-long workout, but almost everyone can find 4 minutes. What this really suggests is that we've been overcomplicating things. We've been sold this idea that exercise has to be this big, structured event, but this study is saying, no, just move more in your daily life. Climbing stairs instead of taking the elevator? That counts. Walking briskly to the store? That counts too. One thing that immediately stands out is how this could revolutionize how we approach public health. If we can encourage people to incorporate these tiny habits, we might see a huge drop in diabetes cases. But here's a detail I find fascinating, the study also looked at frequency. People who did around 10 vigorous bursts a day saw a 36% lower risk. That's not just about intensity, it's about how often you're moving. If you take a step back and think about it, this aligns with how our bodies evolved. We are designed to move frequently, not just in long, grueling sessions. This raises a deeper question, are we fighting our biology by sticking to traditional exercise routines? Of course, the study isn't perfect. The accelerometers might have missed some activities, like walking uphill or carrying heavy loads. And there's the possibility of undiagnosed prediabetes skewing the results. But even with those limitations, the findings are compelling. In my opinion, this is a call to rethink how we talk about fitness. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Even small changes can lead to big results. So, here's my takeaway, don't underestimate the power of those little moments of movement. Whether it's taking the stairs, parking farther away, or doing a quick dance while brushing your teeth, it all adds up. Personally, I'm going to start paying more attention to those micro moments in my own day. And I'd love to hear from you, how do you sneak in those bursts of activity? Let's chat in the comments. Because if this study is right, those tiny habits might just be the key to a healthier future.